Alrighty, folks, let's do this. I'm gonna try and do this quick in one take because the dogs are misbehaving, but I gotta get this recorded. Welcome back to the Midst of Range. Last video, I feel like I gave some very mid opinions about the Boston Celtics. Not necessarily their fan base. I'm gonna double down on that. I'm gonna stand on business. I'm not gonna take anything back. You guys are like the worst fan base ever, especially after seeing those assholes from Barstool on Twitter, the way they celebrated winning the championship is absolutely pathetic. I know it's been said a bunch, like, I've celebrated more for this, I've celebrated more for finding a dollar on the ground, or so I'm not going to come up with any witty joke, but I would have celebrated a lot harder than that if my team, I celebrated way harder when we beat the Nuggets in Game 7, okay, let's just say that. But I feel like I came off as a bit of a hater when talking about the actual Boston Celtics team and organization. Like, while I don't take any of that back about the fan base, like I said, I do want to officially congratulate the team for winning the finals. It's no small task. They went 80-21 overall in this season, including the playoffs, which is honestly one of the best teams I've ever seen. I'm a relatively new NBA fan, and so I haven't really seen that level of dominance. You probably have to go back to those Warriors, the Golden Age Warriors, to see a team like that. And as much as people like to get on them for having good injury luck and an easy East to go through for the Celtics, it's still super impressive what they accomplished, and so I want to give them that credit. They've been subject to years of doubt and hate and criticism that was frankly unwarranted. Just talking about how the Jays can't succeed together, bullshit like that. But now they can pull a Klay Thompson. They can wave this ring right in the face of the haters. It's only one, it's not four, but still, I think it's impressive. And I include myself in the haters, by the way. I wasn't on the train saying that the Jays couldn't succeed together. I always thought that take was dumb and BS, but I was a bit of a Celtics hater. I mean, all you got to do is look back at those videos, the last video I posted. All right, I just kind of want to get into what the Celtics winning means narratively for the rest of the league. First and foremost, shout out to the Jays. Like I said, they approved that stupid narrative wrong that they can't win together. You can't have too many 3-and-D guys on a team, especially at their size. I think it's maybe the most valuable type of player you can have, depending on what type of roster you have constructed around them. But both of them were able to effectively shift their play styles to fit exactly what this specific Boston Celtics team needed in order for them to win a championship, and I think that's been a bit understated. People are too quick to just look at box scores and shooting percentages than to actually, watch the games, know some ball, and dive into what the little things that they're doing to help contribute to the success of this team. Now that the Celtics are officially NBA champions, I want to warn the fan base. If you guys thought we were hating on you before, it's only going to get worse. Before, people loved to poke fun at the Celtics for being the team that was always just coming up short. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, But all I got to say is enjoy these few months before the next season starts, where you can freely gloat about your championship. Because I guarantee you the second things aren't going perfect for Boston next season, people will be quick to pile on and call it a fraudulent championship, in quotes, even though there's no such thing as a fraudulent championship. Every championship team earns it, so I'm not going to be saying that, but I am going to be quick to, be a hater if anything goes wrong. Hell, even in the off season, if something doesn't look right, I'm going to say something about it. And like I was saying before, the Boston Celtics had one of the most impressive seasons I've ever seen, finishing 80-21, but honestly, that means nothing to the collective brain rot that is NBA discourse, so just be prepared for a bunch of stupid takes coming at you guys, a bunch of hate the second anything goes wrong. As for the rest of the league, the Celtics were already a team that us other 29 fan bases could come together and collectively agree to hate on. And nothing brings haters together more than seeing somebody you hate succeed. The enemy of... I don't even remember how the saying goes, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend, something like that. The Celtics were already one of the main common enemies of the league, and winning is just going to catapult that to a whole new level. I, for one, can't wait for next season to root for my team again, and more importantly, root for the downfall of the Celtics, because There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than cheering against somebody you hate. Or maybe that makes me a fake fan, but I don't know. I get pretty invested in this shit, okay? This, again, is no personal vendetta against any of the players on the roster, but this is more just like the norm of what it is to be a truly dedicated sports fan in my eyes. No one, like, other than Motown Noah, wants to see a dynasty happen unless it's their own team. So most teams and fan bases are going to go into next year thinking it's a clean slate. You know, they have a good a shot as anyone to take it home. I already see a bunch of people on Wolves Twitter talking about how we're going to run it back and be better, which I don't necessarily agree with, but that's another topic for another video. It's Boston's job to be the team, first team in a decade, pretty much, to go back-to-back. But after seeing Denver fail this year, I highly doubt they'll be able to do it. Luckily for them, they're in the East, so, you know, who knows? They'll probably have a pretty easy path to the finals, but Horford's getting old as dirt. Kristaps Porzingis keeps getting injured every single season. He's always a high injury risk, and while they might be able to get through the East facing some of the weaker teams without a big running Horford at the 5, I think if they run into one of the top end West teams, you know, if they have to go against a Jokic or something like that, they're going to need to add a serviceable big man to their roster if they want any hopes at taking them down, in my eyes. But really, that's really all I have to say for now on the narratives. Just talking a lot about being a hater and haters coming at you. Just look out for it. Enjoy this while you can, people. I know today's Juneteenth. It's like your least favorite day of the year, but still enjoy this championship.